Welcome, friends, to our next Bhagavad Gita video lesson. Let's start with our slow, deep breath. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This episode is number 53, called Does the Worrier Exist? Not warrior, worrier. And we'll stick with the verse we did last week, number 24 of the second chapter. I'll read it to you. This Atman cannot be pierced or cut, burnt, made wet, or dried up. It is everlasting, all-pervading, never changing, never moving, and timeless. So if anyone was working on the homework assignment of keeping in mind these 5 qualities of a higher self, we also have to still work with living as humans on the earth plane, which means we're going to face challenges, have desires. And living as a divine consciousness, as well as living as a Homo sapien, they're not really 2 separate paths. They're linked and they support each other. What I have been separating is when I practice each of these. I'm becoming clearer that meditation is not the time for me to support my focus on the earth plane, which is the place where my mind lives most of the time. When I come to my meditation pillow, it's time for me to support, focus, quieting my mind, opening my heart, and being present for what arises. Because my mind mostly experiences itself as a separate consciousness with all its worries and anxieties and frustrations, when I sit on my cushion, these things don't just disappear. They feel important to me, especially if I'm working through some difficult situation in my life. Recently, in a meditation a few days ago, my mind grabbed onto something during meditation, wouldn't let it go. And I actually, after meditation, I wrote down the exchange I had with my mind. I'll pause so you can tell the different voices. I've got to figure out how I'm going to handle this confrontation. I've got to figure out how I'm going to handle this conversation I need to have tomorrow. But we're meditating. Is this the time you want to figure this out? It's important that it goes well. I want to think about it now. Wouldn't it be good to have at least some place in your life for not thinking? Not thinking will also help you deal with tomorrow's conversation. It's also important to give yourself time for not thinking. It'll help you to access the light, the love, the wisdom, the power, and the peace within you that are beyond the reach of the mind. I know this, but I'm really worried about tomorrow's interaction, and I can't let it go. That's why it's called a meditation practice. Any little effort you make to feel the connection with divine and remember that you're a timeless and infinite consciousness will bear more fruit than you realize. Okay, I'll do my best. My mind is really worked up about this. I know. Make sure you set aside some time to think about how you're going to handle tomorrow's challenge, and trust that the one within you will be with you to support you. Even if I'm able to let go of tomorrow's interaction, you know it's not the only thing I'm worried about. I've got a couple other concerns as well. Those things will always be there. That's why we need to spend this time quieting the mind and developing our faith in the divine. In the end, you will discover that the worrier does not exist. So that's my dialogue. The homework assignment is, what's yours? Watch what you do when you find the mind stuck, ruminating on your problems, particularly during meditation. See what the interaction is, and it helps to write it down. I find it useful. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.